World War II was a major war between the Axis powers of Italy, Germany, and Japan, and the Allied powers, which were inclusive but not limited to the United States, the United Kingdoms, and France. The war started in 1939 on September 9th when Germany invaded Poland over a territory dispute over Danzig, a province in Poland. They allied themselves with the Soviet Union and did a joint strike on Poland. The result was a declaration of war by the United Kingdoms and France on Germany. Quickly, by 1940, Germany had begun attacking France, and by 1941 had captured the capital city of Paris and occupied most of Western Europe. They proceeded eastward and in early 1941 invaded the Soviet Union. This campaign was a huge success for Germany until the end of the war, which we will cover later. Italy joined the war in 1940. However, they did not contribute much to the Axis powers. In fact, Germany had to send forces to different Italian fronts multiple times in order to protect Italy from several devastating defeats. In the end, it would be Italy's weakness that resulted in the invasion of Central Europe by Allied forces, when they would no longer be able to hold the African leader, nor would they be able to defend mainland Italy. Pearl Harbor was the most infamous battle of the war for Americans. It was when Japan surprise attacked the American Navy and dropped several bombs on key American ships and installations on the harbor of Pearl Harbor. It resulted in a quick uproar in the United States populace, where the United States eventually responded and declared war on Japan. This was a huge backfire for Japan, who were planning on bombing American carriers, which were not docked at Pearl Harbor at the time, to keep America out of the war. Rather, America was propelled into the war. In 1944, the invasion of D-Day began. It was long sought after a large standhold on the Western Front, as Germany could not invade the United Kingdoms. However, the United Kingdoms could not invade Germany due to the English Channel. It was impossible for either side to gain an advantage until D-Day. D-Day was an invasion of Normandy, which resulted in a foothold on the Western Front being gained. This, combined with the Battle of Stalingrad, a battle in which German forces were crushed by the Soviet Union's army and pushed back, would lead to the surrender of Germany. In Stalingrad, the German forces were cut off from their supply lines and starved out. This allowed the Soviet Union to fill a gap of power and to push the German forces far eastward into Poland and eventually into mainland Europe. The Soviet Union was the first to arrive in Berlin and were the only people to actually fight in the city. By the time Allied forces had arrived in the city of Berlin, Germany had already surrendered the war. The German surrender did not end the war, however. On the Pacific Front, the United States and Japan were still waging a war. However, with the capture of Okinawa, a major Japanese military installment, the war saw a swift end. From the Okinawa, 2 nuclear bombs were dropped on Japan, ending the war. The alternate plan was a land invasion of Japan. This invasion, however, would have resulted in far more American casualties, as well as taken far longer and been more expensive. It is estimated that over 2 million Americans would have died invading Japan because of Japanese citizens acting as partisans, as well as the Japanese military actively resisting the invasion. Japan did not surrender, therefore it was determined that nuclear warheads were the only option to end the war. The war did not see all detriments, however. It eventually resulted in space exploration, with German rockets being discovered and reverse engineered into more civilian uses. It also saw an uproar in the United States economy, which had been turned into a war economy to fight the war. This, combined with larger morale in the United States, resulted in the United States becoming the world's best superpower. To this day, the United States remains the largest superpower in the world. However, the war also resulted in the Cold War. The Cold War was not an active war, but it was a war of influence between the United States and the Soviet Union.